Hello, and welcome to the Strom Jewish Community Center's 2022 celebration and fundraiser. I am so excited about being here and so glad and thrilled that you can join us. I know we'd all rather gather in person, but I am ever so grateful to all of you who are joining us in this virtual room. Yes, we're on Zoom again, but it's okay. We have one another. Who am I? Well, some of you may already know me, having seen me host events as a moderator, interviewer, what have you. I've had the great fortune and good luck to talk to novelists such as Nathan Englander and chefs Adina Sussman and Michael Solomonov and Ada Lange 3 times. I've also talked to filmmakers like Danny Menken and Aaron Rickless and actors and comedians like Chris Kattan. I've programmed shorts for the Seattle Jewish Film Festival. What can I say? I'm in deep with the J, as I know you are as well, and that's why we're all here, right? So you know a little something about me. Do say hi in the chat. Would love to know who you are, where you're zooming in from, and please know at any point, if you have any questions whatsoever, especially about how to give, you can ask right there in the chat. Somebody is waiting to answer that for you. So this fundraiser clearly means a lot to me. I want to see these programs continue, not only because they're fun to host, but because I see what they do for audiences. And the J does so many great things and faces so many challenges as organizations do that I feel quite lucky that I'll be joined tonight on this broadcast by Mindy Geiser, the SJCC's board president, and Amy Lavin, the J's CEO. So they'll talk about where your dollars could go and how you can make a difference. And I think that's really important. And I also want to let you know right now, up front, the ways that you can give when you feel inspired to do so. Now, this is where the pen and paper come in, because it's a lot of information. So bear with me. Ready? If you are on your phone, laptop, or computer, tuning into our event program on our event website, you should see the donate button above or below the video. There is also an option of making your donation via text. Simply text the word donate followed by the dollar amount you wish to give to 1-425-620-4082. So, for example, if you want to donate $500, you could text donate 500 to 1-425-620-4082. Makes sense. That's the word donate followed by the dollar amount and that phone number. If you would like to mail in a check, please address it to Strom Jewish Community Center, 3801 East Mercer Way, Mercer Island, Washington, 98040. Of course, that information is always on the website, so even if you find yourself hours late and thinking, I didn't give enough tonight, and you want to give more, go to the website. You can find the information there. You can text, or you can probably find one of these donate buttons above, below, and give. We so appreciate it. Again, if you need any assistance, and I wouldn't blame you, I almost lost my own track there, feel free to reach out in the chat box. That's what people are standing by for. It's like the old telephones when somebody's waiting by the phones. They're waiting for you in the chat box. Now, there are some other people we have to thank because they make even the celebration and the fundraiser possible along with year-round programming. I'd like to thank our sponsors.
King County Arts and Culture Grant, Weinstein AU, RKK Construction, the Samus Foundation, Alaskan Copper and Brass Company, For Culture, the Jewish Federation of Greater Seattle, Region 6 Security Integration, Banner Bank, GLY Construction, and Northwest Steel and Pipe.
Thank you, all you sponsors. So appreciated. And now, I have the honor of introducing Mindy Geiser, the J's board president, as well as Amy Lavin, the CEO of the SJCC.
Thanks, Warren, for getting us started. And hello, everyone. I'm Mindy Geyser. I'm not only a member of the J with my family of 6, but I'm also a former ECS parent, a 6-year board member, and now proudly the president of the board of directors. I've loved being a part of this wonderful SJCC community for more than 20 years now. I want to add my thanks to everything Warren just said. The J is so lucky to have such a strong community support, and in years like these, it matters more than ever. Tonight is about thanking you for all you have done and to show you the impact of that your incredible support is having at the J. Like Warren, I so wish we were celebrating together in the same room, but despite our best laid plans, we're doing what we can to stay connected from anywhere.
That's right. Let's just say that this event is a perfect example of what every day looks like at the J these days. Make a plan, get it going, and just when you think it's all coming together, something disrupts the plan. So we've learned to roll with it, and tonight we ask you to roll with us too. Actually, every one of these adaptations over the past few years has also presented an opportunity for incredible ingenuity, creativity, and infinite opportunity to put smiles on the faces of our community. That's some silver lining, and I'm incredibly grateful for it.
As we approach the 2-year mark of this pandemic, I'm also extraordinarily proud to have seen how the J team has adapted to suit the needs of our community. Amy and the team will go into greater depth, but I just wanted to highlight that your support and the incredible gestures of love and care from the community these past couple of years have really kept the J going. So thank you. Amy, why don't you jump in now and tell us a bit more about what's going on in the J right now?
I'd love to, and I'll echo the thanks that both Mindy and Warren have shared. Your support has provided a buffer for us to pause and assess, take care of our team, brainstorm, plan, and take care of the J so that the J can take care of the community. In so many ways, the last 2 years have affirmed that the J really is the center of so much community. Back in June of 2020, when restrictions were tight and general community movement was very limited, we opened back up and have provided care and enrichment for kids, which has meant parents could get back to work and managing life. During the school year, we have over 225 kids at the J every day, and in the summer, that number is over 500 kids. That means friendships are still forming, traditions are being celebrated, and community is building every day. The same thing's happening downstairs at the J. People are swimming, working out, shooting hoops, and taking classes together, and have been since the summer of 2020. And online, people are playing bridge and watching enriching arts programs, still coming together to celebrate Jewish life and culture. It's really heartening to see how the J has continued to be the center of life for so many, especially when getting outside of our homes has been particularly challenging.
So Amy, I know that we'll dive into some really fun program updates with team members shortly, but let's talk a bit about some broader J topics. Let's start with a topic that I care deeply about, the people in this organization. Now, in my day job, I help watch over nearly 22,000 team members within Savers and Value Village, so it's natural for me to be focused on the approximately 120 teachers and staff here at the J as well. So I know that nationwide, we're facing a struggle for talent. You just talked about the great work your team has been doing under trying times. So how is our team doing?
We're facing the same struggles as most companies and organizations. The good news is that we have an impressive and talented team here at the J now, and our goal is to keep them feeling inspired and appreciated at the J. Our ECS teachers are some of the hardest working frontline workers in the country. They're the ones keeping ECS families humming, and most importantly, giving our young people some sense of normalcy in these very abnormal times. While everyone over 2 is masked, all of our ECS students are still learning, growing, playing, socializing, problem solving, and singing Hamotzi every day. Let's take a look at our incredible ECS program and the inspired and inspiring teachers that make our special program what it is.
Good morning, Peyton.
Hi, I'm Carrie Stoll, and I'm the Early Childhood Director at the Strom Jewish Community Center. I love to show new families our school. I want you to hear the laughter and the music, see the children running on our playgrounds, and smell the challah baking on Friday mornings. The Jay's Early Childhood School is more than a preschool. When your child attends ECS, your whole family becomes part of our community.
Ooh, I love working here in ECS because of the community. I feel like it's my second family. When I come to work, I'm excited. I feel like I'm going to my second home.
My favorite part of working here at ECS is honestly the community, being able to be not just part of the school community, but also the greater JCC community.
I love the environment. It is very welcoming. It helps me be a better teacher.
Our classrooms are infused with Jewish culture and traditions. We believe Judaism's core values are truly universal. We celebrate Shabbat, the day of rest, through stories, songs, and of course, eating challah each Friday.
My favorite part about working here is getting to see everything through the eyes of the children. They are constantly teaching me so many things that I could never possibly think of myself.
I think this year what I really want them to get out of the classroom is just a sense of community and excitement to learn. I am a lifelong learner and I really hope that the kids in my class leave it loving to learn.
I love seeing all those faces of all the teachers and the little people we care for every day at the J. As we're hearing about at the national level, early childhood programs are experiencing some of the worst pressures during COVID-19. This makes it even more important to focus on and recognize our teachers and the administrators we have. We're doing this through team appreciation efforts and by adjusting compensation so that our teachers are motivated to stay in the field, and specifically within our ECS family, especially with so many competitive job options out there. Our board has been incredibly supportive of keeping our fantastic team intact, and we ask for your help as well in doing so. This will be a very powerful way to support the work that we are doing here at the J. Now let's move on to another topic, the challenging experience we've all had during these past 2 pandemic years. Honestly, I hope those of you who logged in just a bit early, or if you have a minute at the end, will see the images of beaming smiles and heartfelt testimonials that reflect the impact the J has had in so many lives this past year. In fact, yesterday, the J team received this great quote from an ECS parent who asked their child about their favorite part of their day. Here was the precious answer. Mommy, I don't have a favorite part of my day because everything I did today at school was amazing. Let's bottle up that magic. That's what the J is known for, and it's amazing to see how this is still happening each and every day. That's also the stuff that happens between 8 a.m. and 5 p.m. However, now that I'm in this leadership role, working so closely with the J team, I'm realizing how much is also happening behind the scenes between 5 p.m. and 8 a.m. so many nights each week.
You said it, from staffing and shift changes to deep cleaning across the facility, and from cohort management to family COVID check-in at ECS. We work so hard to be ready to welcome kids safely every day at curbside drop-off and to adapt operations in an ever-changing environment. Our staff members are greeters, cooks, temperature takers, swaddlers, and teachers. They're constantly learning from external experts and adapting to the changing environment. It's this incredible flexibility and most of all, care for our community that has kept the J open since June of 2020.
Our SJCC team is committed, and it shows through the tireless work of these superstars who make the J so welcoming and so warm. In the video we're going to play in a moment, you will get to see our team's faces and to hear about the awesome, familiar, and fantastic new programs we've got going on right now. Please remember, as you feel inspired, follow the instructions on your screen to give. And if you need any assistance, feel free to reach out to us in the chat box. Here we go.
Hi, I'm Denise. I chose Mercer Island because it's centrally located and it's close to the JCC, and the JCC is like a second home to me, and I love to make it so for others too. I manage memberships here at the J, and my goal is to help everyone find their place at the J, whether you've been here for 50 years or 50 minutes. I want to find the most meaningful ways for you to connect with all the J has to offer, and most importantly, other people affiliated with the J. That's ultimately what this is about, helping people to forge friendships, cultivate Jewish traditions, and build strong community. I love it. COVID has clearly been challenging for everyone, and one way many of us cope is with this challenge is to give back. The J took that approach over the last 2 years, creating a community service program, Mitzvah Corps, which is focused on addressing food insecurity. Jesse Wasson has led this initiative and has done an incredible job in connecting the J to a network of community agencies in our region and supporting their work to do more good for all. Here's a bit more from Jessie in her own words.
Hello, my name is Jessie Wasson, and as the Family Programs Manager, I have been focusing on creating exciting and fun opportunities for families to come together and create community. We relaunched our Mitzvah Corps program this past summer, and thanks to our volunteers and community partners, we were able to shepherd over 1,000 pounds of produce from the Mercer Island Farmers Market to local food banks. This past fall, we brought back the popular Dinner at Our House program with Youth Care. Every other Sunday, 10 Mitzvah Corps volunteers come to the J here at the kitchen where we have all the ingredients ready for them to make a delicious, healthy meal for a local youth homeless shelter. While the meal is still warm, I drive it to the shelter and to deliver it to the kids. It is so heartwarming to see their faces when I walk in the door with the food our volunteers have prepared for them. Due to the popularity of this program, we are launching a 3-month volunteer challenge. We have partnered with many local nonprofits, including Rainier Valley Food Bank, Mary's Place, Food Lifeline, Friends of Lincoln Park, Lambert House, Washington Trails Association, Friends of Burke-Gilman Trail, Bloodworks, and many more. We hope you and your family will join us for one of the many volunteer opportunities available for all ages this winter and spring. Hanukkah 2021 was all about the outreach. With COVID making it difficult to gather inside, we decided to go to the people. We loaded up the J-Van and took our hands-on Hanukkah craft activities on the road to 8 different locations across the Puget Sound, including West Seattle, U Village, Rainier Valley, Redmond, North Bellevue, South Bellevue, and Mercer Island. We met hundreds of families, and the kids made paper plate menorahs and decorated Hanukkah cards for seniors in a nursing home. And best of all, we got people out of their houses and celebrating Hanukkah together.
Hello everyone, my name is Eliza. I am one of the newcomers to the J staff, and I am so excited to be here. I am the camp director coming from Washington, D.C., having worked at the Bender JCC in Rockville, Maryland within their camp program. I grew up going to camp, and I knew from a young age that I wanted to be a camp director. Fun fact, my parents actually met at a JCC. So to say that camp and the JCC were destined to be part of my life might be an understatement. I decided to move across the country for the mountains, a community focused on the environment and inclusion, and most importantly, the chance to work at the SJCC. And don't get me started on talking about our camp here. We could be here for a while. Let me say this, J Camp is just like that perfect camp you see in movies. We have a waterfront, we have archery, singing, dancing, swimming, and individuals who form friendships that last a lifetime. As I have started to get to know J Camp and our staff, it has been clear the staff has made camp a special place. The counselors go above and beyond for the kids and their families. From dressing for pajama day to providing individual attention, we have a team of rock stars. Mercer Island has a fantastic community, and we have families who have been coming to the J for multiple generations. I was told that the SJCC is a place where friendships form, traditions thrive, and community strengthens, and so far, that is spot on. I have been welcomed with open arms, and the families I have had the privilege to get to know and work with have told me emphatically that I made the right decision in coming west to the SJCC. I look forward to being part of the next generation that will call the SJCC home.
Hi, I'm Mark Egnell. I'm here to talk about the J Camp. I've been working here for the past 6 years. I started as a CIT when I was 14, and I'm now 20, turning 21. Basically, what I want to say is that the J has just been something that's always been there and has always created a sense of community for me. When I started, they brought me in and they made me feel included, and they made everybody have that feeling of a family, and that stuck with me for the longest time. The camper to staff bond is something that I also want to mention, because that's something that you don't see too often. You don't see a bunch of older kids with younger kids hanging out and getting along and kind of bonding like we do. And that's something that I found really important, is that the campers and the staff are really connected, and they stay connected for life. Thank you for giving me this opportunity, and please do what you can to push that donation thermometer up towards our goal.
So I'm going to ask everyone to give their undivided attention to this next part of our program, as I am going to detail what your support can do for the J, and I hope you'll join me in giving generously tonight, and I know you will. I'm confident you will. Let's do this. But first, one more reminder about how you can give. If you're on a phone, laptop, your desktop, what have you, again, you can look above, below. There are donate buttons. That makes it really easy. If instead you choose to donate via text, you can do that too. Simply text the word donate followed by the dollar amount you wish to give to 1-425-620-4082. So, for example, if you want to give $500, well, let's make that more. Let's make it $800. You could text donate 800 to 1-425-620-4082. If you'd like to mail in a check, I hope that information is still on screen, or check the chat box. You can send it to the Strom Jewish Community Center. You know that Jamie Vander Elst is waiting by that mailbox looking for your donation. All right, so let's get ready to give big. Oh, and remember, any gift of $500 or more will be matched up to $65,000 by a few of our incredibly generous donors. Let's use that motivation to push us ever so higher. And let's start by recognizing some other amazing gifts we've received in support of this event. With gifts at $25,000 or more, we have Donna Benaroya, Joanne and Carl Bianco, the Loeb Charitable Foundation, the Lot Foundation, Iantha and Stan Siddell, and RKK Construction. Does anyone want to match these major gifts that are so powerful in these times? At $15,000, we have very generous gifts from the Mark Litt Foundation and Michael and Elaine Weinstein. These gifts go so far in providing community support for camp, ECS, and membership scholarships, or to help support major productions like the Seattle Jewish Film Festival. $10,000 can pay for 1 month of security at the Strom Jewish Community Center. And of course, we pay for this 12 times per year. Who can join Deborah and Doug Rosen and Barbara and Stuart Silman at this level? Is it you? $5,000 covers a week of camp busing to assure kids from all over the region can get to J Camp. Or $5,000 is the cost for all the tents we've needed outside during COVID for the last 21 months. This too shall pass. $2,500 buys thousands of summer snacks, including the ever-popular Otter Pops. Your donation of $1,500 can supply food for various food insecurity programs like dinner at our house. Your gift of $500 assures any child can attend a week of J Camp from anywhere around town, or that we can provide our tireless teachers with a surprise breakfast buffet to kick off their day. Remember, the match kicks in at this level. Anything $500 or higher actually helps us towards that matching grant of $65,000. If you can't give that much, that's fine too. There are plenty of other things your money will do for the J. Your gift of any dollar amount is going to have an incredible impact on the J. Don't let those numbers scare you, and if you can just give $10, that means the world too. You make it possible for any family, regardless of their ability, to pay to attend J Camp. Because of you, we have opportunities to train these counselors in Jewish values and traditions, in leadership, and also in crisis management. With your help, we can support Shlichim, Israeli counselors who spend the summer at the J teaching about Israeli culture, dance, and most of all, helping campers create personal connections to Israeli people. Well, it's just about time for me to take off and get ready for that very special event I told you about that you're welcome to join me for, the talk with Lorraine Newman and Alan Zweibel from the early days of Saturday Night Live. And so now I will leave you in the very capable hands of Mindy and Amy, and I'll see you on the other side. That sounds a little scary and imposing, but I think they mean just after they talk, the event will start. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you from the bottom of my heart for being here with me, and thanks to so many of you who've already given so generously. Your support means everything. Thank you.
Thank you so much to our donors, our supporters, and all of the friends who's joined us tonight in this event. Let me give a couple special call outs to Jean and Harris Klein for their $5,000 donation, and Kim Fisher for the $2,500 donation, Amy and Aaron Lavin for $2,500 donation, Alan Tesler for a $1,000 donation. Thank you so much to all of you. We entered this night with some pretty lofty aspirations. We are so thankful to all of you for being here. If you know people who missed it, please forward the thank you email that you'll receive this week that contains a link so that they can watch this program. Amy, is there anything else we should leave everyone with tonight?
I want to add my huge amount of thanks to everyone for your adaptability with this program, your inspiring support this year and everywhere, and for your commitment to the J's foundational role in our community. And Mindy, I want to thank you for your gift of $1,000 tonight as well. Thank you. Tonight's theme is One Night, Your Home, Our Community. And we hope that tonight we've been able to connect everyone virtually from your own homes to the home we share at the J. This is how we've always built community, and we continue to do so every day. Thanks to all of you, and thank you to you, Mindy, for your leadership and partnership. Remember, as we wrap this program, we will be rolling gorgeous slides that reflect the amazing contributions of our team members and all the impact they're having on community members every day. So please stick around and watch those roll through. And as you're finished with that, right about 7 o'clock, click on the link below, register with your name and email, and you'll be transported to Warren's conversation over there with the Saturday Night Live writers and star. Thank you again for everything and for always supporting the J. Good night.